There are many decisions you make as you lead your association into the future. The days, weeks, months, and years ahead of you are full of hazards that we call reserves quicksand. Being able to identify these hazards, get out quickly if you've stepped in them, or even better, avoid getting into them in the first place. That's how you protect against special assessments and lagging property values. Reserves quicksand is real, and too many associations are unfortunately stuck in it. Your association doesn't have to be one of them. In this summary portion of our Quicksand webinar, we remind you of the major points we shared and the tips that will allow you to confidently lead your association forward, staying on the path to a safe and successful future.
Okay, well now let's transition to the summary and bring this webinar to a close. The quicksand, the issue of distractions and complexities and obstacles and uncertainties, they're all definitely out there. There's nothing you can do about that. You are on a journey to the future. The sand is falling from the hourglass. You're on the clock. Reserve funding is a time-dependent problem, so delaying just makes the problems bigger. So lead the association forward. Remember, it's your job to lead, and it's a homeowner's job to pay their share of assessments. Both sides need to do their job. Setting the budget is your job. Paying their share of the assessments is their job. Think like a board member, not a homeowner, when you are a board member. And fortunately, remember, you're not on your own. There are experts out there to help and guide you. Construction consultants are out there to help with the large roofing and painting and asphalt and elevator projects. Reserve study providers are there to help you decide if something's a reserve expense or an operating expense, what to do when something fails early or lasts longer than expected. You don't have to wing it or figure it out all by yourself. There's landmarks along the way. Percent funded tells you if your reserves are getting stronger or weaker. Special assessments are generally an indication that you failed to set aside enough funds in the past, and all of a sudden you need to collect more at this time to provide for the project and need to make budget adjustments in the future. And also remember, home values are always a nice indicator. See what you can do to make home values climb. Are you taking good care of the common areas, building things so they look nice, or have those home values stalled for one reason or another? Look around. Spread out the costs of living in the association and maintaining the association so that deterioration bill is paid a little bit at a time every month. Do what you can to make it an attractive place to live with maximized property values. And follow your guides. While you may be the decision maker, there are plenty of people to guide you in the right direction, keeping you out of quicksand. I just want to show you where you can get some more information from Julie at admin-inc.com. Julie?
Oh, thanks, Robert. And this has been another great webinar to do with you. I just want to emphasize to board members out there, and I know this is probably the number one thing we hear as industry professionals. I'm in the management end and the consulting end. Robert obviously is the reserve study expert professional. But what do we always hear? We say, gosh, if we raise assessments to fund reserves, then Mrs. Smith over at 123 Happy Lane is going to have to move because she's on a fixed income. Now, if you're a large association, multiply that by 10 or 15 or 20. And boards often get stuck on that. Wouldn't you agree, Robert?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And that's what I was trying to say a moment ago, where boards thinking like homeowners and not like board members.
Exactly. It's exactly right. And the thing is, truthfully, as sad as that is, we're all going to be in that boat eventually. Well, most of us are going to be somewhere in that, where no matter where we're living, we may not be able to live there any longer because perhaps we've become, more feeble. Maybe we need more care, or maybe we just can't afford our dues increases in a homeowners association because we are on a fixed income. I mean, that could be a very good fixed income, but you still may not be able to afford it. And this is just, unfortunately, a cold, hard fact of life. And for board members out there, I applaud your empathy, but remember, you are trustees for the corporation, not for individual homeowners. And as trustees, as fiduciaries, it's your job to understand that you have to make decisions based on the well-being of the association, the corporation as a whole, not just as, oh my God, there's 5 people who aren't going to be able to live here anymore. It's just the truth. So don't feel guilty about that. You have to make this happen for your people today. And again, for people that may be coming in, moving in 10, 15 years down the road. That's your job as a fiduciary.
Thanks, Julie.
Yeah.
My side of that is that I think you're doing a kind thing if you're gradually increasing assessments, and so people can see how the costs are increasing, and so they don't get slapped with a big special assessment that all of a sudden forces a crisis at some point in time in the future. And so the nice old lady in, was it 123 Happy Lane, she can see it coming, and she can make arrangements before it gets painful. So keep that all in mind. Also, on behalf of Association Reserves, I want to thank you all for attending. We have a few more resources to help you stay out of quicksand. One is a book called Understanding Reserves. It's available on Amazon, and we'll have a link to a free download of Chapter 1 in the program outline. So make sure you fill out the end of session survey, and you'll get that link. Another is our free online reserve calculator called UPlanet. It's very useful for clients who get access free with their completed reserve study. It's $399 a budget season for everyone else, but it's a great way to be able to dive into your numbers and see what difference some adjustments make. Maybe changing your starting balance, fiddling with interest or inflation, different costs or different timing, or maybe even a different funding plan. And you can always go to YouTube to see more videos like this program. We have a deep library of video content on how to understand reserve concepts, communicate those concepts to the homeowners, or webinars like this one, Leadership, how to lead your association successfully into the future. And for all you board members, we have a weekly 30-minute podcast designed to encourage and equip board members. It's called HOA Insights, Common Sense for Common Areas. On that podcast, we have current news and insights. Julie and I are 2 of the regular co-hosts of the program. We feature guest experts from different fields, and once a month we feature a board hero, someone telling their story, and all with the convenience of a podcast. So go to hoainsights.org or subscribe from your favorite podcast platform. And that brings us to the end of our prepared content today. So at this time, I'll turn the microphone over to Paige. We'll moderate our Q&A time together.
At Association Reserves, we make the present less stressful and the future more secure. If you want to join us in this mission, please like this video and subscribe to our channel. Leave a comment down below on what you'd like to see us address in a future video. Let's plan for your best future.